Have you ever heard of a company called Encyclopedia Britannica? If you just shook your head yes, it means you're probably at least 50 years old. Woo! Because people less than that probably have not ever heard of a door-to-door sales team going door-to-door and selling encyclopedias. Encyclopedias, if you're younger than 50, those are the books that you find with all the information in them that are now on the internet, that you find at garage sales and estate sales. Anyway, those used to be sold door-to-door. And Encyclopedia Britannica's salespeople were so good that many states initiated a 3-day right of rescission, meaning the buyer could say, wait a minute, I don't want this. I want to back out. I want my money back. That happened so often that Encyclopedia Britannica called in a consultant who looked at all the processes and made a recommendation. Turn the order form around. So the Encyclopedia Britannica salesperson was to turn the order form around so the customer could fill it out. It was all the same information: which encyclopedias, when they received them, how often they received them, the payment plans, but the customer is now making buying decisions, not being sold by a great salesman. The right of rescission fell to less than a third of what it had been. So Encyclopedia Britannica was successful in heading that off. That's all we're doing here, is heading off a problem. The number one reason that home buyers terminate real estate contracts can be avoided. And I'm going to show you how in just a second. Hi, it's Stuart Sutton at Agent Finder, where we use a combination of artificial intelligence and human expertise, that's common sense, to identify the very best real estate agents for your specific home. We use a higher set of standards than even you would. We're going to cover something today that I hope will benefit you dramatically and save you a lot of money. The number one reason that home buyers terminate contracts is the home inspection. There are 5 majorly expensive areas of your home that tend to cause those problems: the roof, HVAC, that's heating, venting, and air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, foundation, and I'm going to throw in a bonus: termites. I'm going to talk about the roof today because I'm going to go into a lot of detail, and the others are on other videos. The roof is maybe the most expensive thing, maybe second to the foundation, but it is quite expensive. And I've seen too many homeowners who did not get roofs covered when they should have. So here's a rule you want to follow. Always follow this rule. Always, 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 always. Whether you're selling your house or not, always follow this rule. And that rule is this: never, 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 never allow an insurance adjuster on your roof without your roofer there. Let me repeat that. Never, 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 never allow a roof insurance adjuster on your roof without your trusted roofer there. Now, I say trusted because you don't want to just call somebody out of Angie's List. You want to make sure you have a personal, trusted roofer who will take care of you. Here's why I say this. I've seen this too many times. I'm going to give you 2 really recent examples. 1, insurance adjuster says this roof has blistering. We're not going to cover it. My roofer, who's quite knowledgeable, said that's interesting because this particular manufacturer designed this roof not to blister. That's not blistering. It's hail damage. So the insurance adjuster kind of did a 180 and said, oh gosh, I think you're right about that. That saved $14,000. That roof was covered by the insurance company. Another one, the roof insurance adjuster said there are no hot marks big enough to warrant us to cover this hail damage. The roofer walked over, took some pictures, took some measurements, and said these are twice the tolerable size. The insurance adjuster relented and said, okay, I agree, and covered the roof. I can give you many more examples, but here's the thing. If you ever allow an insurance adjuster on your roof without your trusted roofer there, you're taking a big, big risk, because insurance companies I'm not saying that they're all like this and all adjusters are like this, but my roofer one time literally had an insurance adjuster say, I just can't cover it. They will not allow it. Our numbers are not good enough to allow coverage. My roofer repeated that to me, took note of it, and we took it to the highest levels in that insurance company, and it had a big, big impact. So be sure that you follow this rule to give yourself the best chance to get the roof if you deserve it. Now, I'm going to go to the second point, and that is have a trusted roofer. If you don't, your agent should. If your agent doesn't have a trusted roofer with history, you might question how long they've been in the business and what their connections and resources are. Every agent who's been in the business, who is a career agent and has been for a while, should know a trusted roofer, septic inspector, septic installer, window person, air conditioning person, plumber, electrician, etc. I have all of those, have always had all of those, not always. I will admit, early on in my real estate business, I did not have trusted resources like that. But it's very, very important that you're able to rely on that from your agent. So let me tell you the rule one more time. Never, 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 never allow an insurance adjuster on your roof without your trusted roofer. Let's step back. Encyclopedia Britannica resolved a problem by heading it off and finding a solution. So here's what you do. You have your trusted roofer or your agent's trusted roofer look at your roof before your buyer ever comes along.
Oh!
Preferably before you go on the market. They give it the thumbs up, then you're good to go. A lot of times home inspectors will write up problems that don't exist. So if they do, you give that to your roofer who either disagrees with it and said, no, this roof is fine, or takes care of whatever needs to be taken care of. But when you give that written report from your roofer saying it's okay to a buyer, and I'm going to cover these others as well, along with an air conditioning report, a foundation report, a termite report, saying everything's okay, your buyer has a level of confidence they would not have if you hadn't done those. I hope this makes sense. I've seen too many times where this resolved problems, kept problems from arising, and saved transactions to go to closing. Hope this makes sense. Again, Stuart Sutton at Agent Finder put another video up here for you. This covers a different area and has, well, some rules that you absolutely ought to follow, kind of like the roof example that I just gave you. Remember, it's your choice. Make it a powerful day. Hit that like button if you like what you're seeing, and we'd sure like to see you subscribe. Remember, it's your choice, so make it a powerful day.